Get motivated with Mr. Smiles, Vinney Chopra. He is also known as Mr. Enthusiasm. He will share and challenge you each week on great topics on how to get excited, how to really make things happen in your business, and change your life for the better. Here is Vinney with this week's Motivation Inspiration.
Hi guys, welcome to your weekly motivational power talk with Mr. Smiles, Vinney Chopra. You know, my name is Alicia DeBarella. I don't know if you've been watching us. I get the privilege each week to interview Mr. Smiles. He's probably one of the most successful, engaging, and this is not because, you know, we work together or we're friends, but successful people, and especially in the apartment syndication business that I've ever met. So I'm privileged to interview him every week. You probably heard his story. He's done 75 different podcasts prior to his own 2 podcasts that he has now. He has an incredible story on how he came over and the different struggles he's went through, which we'll do a podcast on that, you know, here in the future. Sure. But you can also find him on Facebook Live every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Or you can actually reach out to him on VinneyChopra.com. And you'll find that link right here in the show notes. And, you know, obviously there you can see him on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and pretty much everywhere. Vinny's everywhere now. All right. So here he is. He's always excited. He's always smiling. Hey, Vinney, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing great, Alicia. Thank you again for coming and interviewing me. I love that. I love to spend that time with you every week. And hopefully the audience is liking it and they are tuning to us and giving us good comments and things like that. I would love to answer their questions. Actually, we are deciding ourselves right now what topics to talk about. But I hope in the future, I'll be able to answer a lot of great questions that are given by the comments of our audience.
Or even, guys, if you have like maybe a topic that you want us to talk about, it may not be a question, or maybe it's just a topic when it comes to motivation, or even, you know, apartment syndication, because we'll also have that show out for you too. So if there's just a subject that you want, you know, Vinney and I to touch on or get his expertise on, we'll definitely do it. And just you can go ahead and comment. You know, here or on social media, reach out to him on his website. Like I said, he's everywhere. So, so Mr. Smiles, let's go get into today's discussion, which is dedication. And you know how important you think that is. And I agree, because if you're not dedicated to something, you're not going to get anything. You know what I mean? So, you know, today's dedication, which is, you know, a huge strength of yours. I mean, especially when you came here to the U.S. with $7 in your pocket, like you're worth over $200 million. You have multiple businesses, like academies. You have so much on it. You've built so much from nothing. I mean, that's absolutely nothing. $7 isn't going to, you know, buy you McDonald's, you know, or Whataburger, or you know, depending where you're.
Whataburger, I like that. I know my daughter, we ate Whataburger. Oh my God, delicious.
You know, you might be able to get the dollar menu at McDonald's, but you won't get your Whataburger for sure. But so I think that's you know, and I think that is dedication. So I want to dig into that with you. How much dedication do you have in the, apartment syndication world? I mean, obviously a lot, but is it just the apartment syndication, or is it the coaching? Where is your dedication focused?
Okay, I'm so glad you're asking that, Alicia. You know, dedication actually is a subject or something that we dedicate our life to everything we do. See, we cannot say I dedicate myself to one part of my role in life, but not give the best in the other part of our lives. You know, we live like a full person. That's how I believe in. You know, we have different roles, like Stephen Covey says, you know, in his book, how to, highly effective, 7 habits of highly effective people. And then also the 8th habit. A lot of mentors have really made the person I am today. It's not me. I just learned these things from great mentors like Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins and, David Schwartz and Charlie Tremendous Jones and Zig Ziglar's and all the people, Les Browns, and and how about right now, Joel Osteen? I'm a Hindu, but at the same token, I learned so much from Joel Osteen. He's one of my mentors. I've not met him because I do have properties in Houston. I plan to go there to his church. And the good thing is that he talks about attitude. He talks about mind. He's a pastor of mind, which I love. And that's what I believe. Dedication is the word. You got to dedicate your life to great purpose. See, that is the thing. If you just make up your mind that you're going to dedicate it to do and be the very best in life, in every aspect of your life, our life will be changed overnight. It really will be, because if we dedicate, if we are giving our whole attention to a particular cause, it could be, I want to have a better relationship with my wife, for example, right? With Kanchan. Now, I want to dedicate to that cause, but how would I achieve that? See? Okay, then you come up with, break it down. Being an engineer, I always like to break it down things because, you cannot accomplish much unless you have a plan of action. And what's a plan of action? Plan of action is we want to achieve certain goal. Let's say dedication to my wife, to make her happy, to make her successful, to make her feel proud, to make her feel secure, to make her feel really wanted, to make her really enjoy her life to the hilt. We've been married 39 years and very happily married. Maybe we fight maybe once or twice a year. Hold on. That's the truth, guys.
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife, happy life. That's for sure. It really is the truth. And I believe in that. And I've not done well in my business when I'm not happy at home. So it's so important that we really, really, really stay in touch and make sure that, like in one of my podcasts, I think you interviewed me, I talked about, being sincere and listening to more than talking, because that's the real truth. We have conflicts in our family or in our life, in our employees and team members when we don't listen. We need to see where they're coming from. We need to see what their perspective is. Many times we can change their perspective. Many times we cannot. So that will be another show we're going to do it, because I believe to control the controllables. I don't believe in changing people's lives because they need to do and behave and dedicate their life like you want it to be. No, not at all. We should be looking at ourselves more than other people around us. Other people will make us successful, yes, but we get to give to take. Give more, just like in the bank balance I talk about, you got to pay deposits and deposits and deposits, then you withdraw.
Yeah. And then all the successful coaches, talk like that, Tony Robbins, and you always give great examples of some great books. You actually should probably write a list of your books and put them up on your site, because
I will. I surely will.
You always give some great examples, and then you put your book up there, because I know you're writing one about
yes.
So we're excited about that. But so when it comes to the word dedication, when it comes to your family and your business, where does your dedication come from? Does it come from just because you want to make more money, or is it because you want a better life? What is it? Where does that dedication come from inside?
That's a very valid point, Alicia. I would say that my dedication to perfection, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect, but dedication to achieving results, if I may say that came over the time. Our goals were different. When I was growing up in India, it was a different world, because I remember, I think in one podcast I talked about, I look forward to getting 5 rupees from my mom, who will give me as my pocket allowance when I was growing up. And I will yearn to drink a Coke. A Coke costed in our country, in India, 25 cents or 25 paisa. So out of that pocket allowance, I'll go to this vendor and look forward to drinking 1 Coke a month and have a piece of cake which cost me another 25 pesos, and a lot of my Indian friends who are listening might be able to relate to that. That's the humble beginning you have. But then you dedicate your life. You say, I want to do better. And I want to do a little bit better and a little bit better. So dedication comes to the purpose of life that you want to achieve. Now, let's just come 40 years now, right? I got engineering degree, all that, and now MBA and all. So my purpose has changed, by the way. At this time, I don't really need to make a penny. I could live my life, just like what we have saved and everything. But the thing is, I believe if I go into retirement mode and not be active, stimulating my mind every day, I'm going to die. I'm going to wither away. I mean, if we don't grow every day, if we don't really dedicate our life, which is the word dedication, you got to dedicate every day to a successful purpose in life. At this time, my purpose is to teach lots and lots of people around the world. My passion is to really go global and transfer this book I'm writing into different languages, and my academy to be also translated into Spanish and Italian and French and Indian language too, by the way. I speak in English, which is a good thing because in my country of India, the business language is English, see?
Okay.
So I think my academy, I'm already putting together some portals, some people there in India where we'll be able to advertise there, my academy. And I'm going to capture more students and more students because real estate is really big in India, by the way. Also, apartments are apartments are apartments. Anywhere in the world, we could stay. Isn't that true,
Yeah, I didn't put two and two together, but yeah, right.
Apartments, people are going to live. 6 billion people or 7 billion people we are now, they all need shelter. So that's where I'm coming from the abundance mentality that we have so many syndicators, they don't know yet. But by listening to me and joining my academy online, see, that's why I don't really believe in doing big seminars. I don't do 200 people coming into a seminar and I teach them 200. I want to reach 2,000. I want to reach 2 million. I want to reach 20 million people around the world who can come into my academy online and learn the tricks. So I can go 100-fold, 1,000-fold, spreading my knowledge around the world very quickly. So that's where I'm coming from, in the digital world, if I can do that. But let's talk about dedication. That's our topic today.
Yeah.
So I'm dedicated to charities. I'm dedicated to building more schools. We built a school in Nigeria when I retired from my company, and we were working and fundraising in schools, and the children have really been very special in my life. I opened up a youth academy also in my multifamily academy. My passion is to teach the high school students, even junior high students and college students, to become an entrepreneur, to really talk about finances, save money, make a company, start a 401k at the age of 15 or 14. Don't spend time in watching TV and things like that, but just make a purpose-driven life, dedicate their life to success at a young age. It's so important that we don't get into gangs and other stuff and get into smoking and marijuana and other stuff. That's not going to build our life. That's not going to be the right thing to do. We need to really focus on us making better, dedicate our life to making us better, getting the best grades in life, making a C grade to a B grade to A grade, be great in sports and study hard and really be better and be the star in your class and get your success going at an early age, and do the lawn mowing and do the lemonade stand and work hard to earn money, to save money, to open up that savings account with your parent written on it. So I have those lectures that I did, but I want to do even more. So if anybody listening to me, if you believe in my cause to really move the youth of America and the world to a better place, please reach out to me. Please reach out to Vinney Chopra and reach out to Vinney at vinneychopra.com. That's the simple address. Vinney, Vinney at vinneychopra.com in the show notes, like Alicia will say. And let's change the world for the better. I'm not alone. A lot of other people are doing it. I'll put you in touch with so many other people I know already who are making a difference. So we can move it. I have other websites also, Google of Happiness and Google of Health. And that has been my dream also. I'm just saying dedication, Alicia, that you asked me. You're opening up some big chapters in my life that I want to still accomplish at my tender age of 67. I'll be 67. And I don't want to say reveal my age, but that's okay. Because audience should see how passionate I am. I'm not young. I look young. I hope I do look young. I'm looking myself into the mirror. I feel that I'm only 27 or 37, but I'll be 67 this August. And I have so much passion so much to do till I turn 97. So I have a passion, and vision board is another thing. We should do a whole big podcast together on a vision board of life, because once we have a clear vision board and it's written and it's already affirmations and we are projecting ourselves to do the things we want to become one day, we are living in the present to say to ourselves that I am this person today. We are going to become that person. See, what we want to become one day, we are in the process of becoming today. And that's what I say, dedication. Dedication to a purposeful life, dedication to a successful life. Like I'm dedicated now to build a charity, to build schools, to give to more and travel. We like to travel. My wife loves to beaches. So my goal in life is to take her to all the beaches around the world and really enjoy time. And our kids have grown up, Neil and Monica. And we want to take vacations with them, as they are getting older and they get into married and other life and all that. So I hope I kind of taking my audience to a new place where I hope you will take some time today after the podcast to really write down in your journal, what's you're dedicating your life to? Who is important in your life? See, sometimes we are purpose driven to just me. I want to do me. I want to buy the house. I want to get this car. I want to get this Rolex watch. Oh, it's not Rolex, by the way. I have one, but I'm in Fitbit. This is the best watch I ever got. Fitbit tells me how many steps I am traveling every day. It tells me how much time I sleep at night and all that stuff to keep myself fit, anyway. But the thing is, we got to dedicate our life to purposes.
I like it. Now, tell me this, though, because, you are the most dedicated, and I love the fact you're just not all about the money. Because anybody that's in the real estate game, it's usually always about the money. Yes. So, and you have other things that you are dedicated to, and they come from a very personal space, and I love that. But tell me, what do you think, or why do you think people lack dedication in their life? Why do you think they just can't, commit to something and getting it done and dedicate their, whether it be, I don't know, me undoing my boxes or me going to work and closing 4 deals next week, so why would you think this, lacking dedication, where does that come from? Personal issues, emotional?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of a lot of things, Alicia. You just hit a couple of things. See, I find, and I've been in that space, I want to tell the audience that I'm not who I am today. I was not like that, guys. The key thing is that, I was floundering and I didn't have purpose. I was a failure in a lot of businesses. I'm telling you. And that's the truth of life, because you don't become success overnight. You have to go through failures. Thomas Edison did not come to light bulb. He just went through thousands. I don't know. I think somewhere I read 149,000 times that it did not work. But think about it. If he had given up at the 10th time it didn't work, or 20th time, or 100th time, or 2000th time, we would not have light today. Maybe we would, but it will not be Thomas Edison, see?
Yeah.
It will be some other inventor. But what we do in life, if it's purpose-driven, Alicia, that's how I believe it. If we are purpose-driven and we know the whys of why we want to accomplish what we accomplish, and the other thing is, let me kind of take you back to Tony Robbins. Good friend. I shouldn't say friend. He's a mentor. He doesn't know me, but I love and I heard so much. He's my personal coach. He doesn't know it. I have not paid him, but maybe a few $1,000s over the years. I bought every single CD that Tony Robbins came out when I didn't have money. I bought his courses. I bought everything. I took my family. Last year, a year before, spent $5,000. That was my dedication to him, and take my whole family to Los Angeles, stayed 4 days, and went to this whole 3-day seminar, power, Anyway, but the thing is, what he taught me is so, so important. And I want my audience to remember it if you have been to his course or not. We do things in life for pleasure or pain. So please, let's talk about that, because that's what we are talking today. Pleasure or pain. We dedicate our time, our life, our time we spend on a daily basis to get pleasure from activities that we do, or the pain that we get from if we don't do. Okay? So let's just talk about it. We'll be more inclined to do the activities in today's or other things, or dedicate our time to it if there is pleasure, lot of pleasure, lots of pleasure, huge amount of pleasure. Guess what? We'll be dedicating our time. We'll find time. We'll move the mountain to get that pleasure. Okay. Would you really do those activities to get the pain? Probably not. No. Probably not.
I'm good.
I know. Nobody really wants our psyche, our subconscious is going to tell us, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go there. It's fearful. There is spiral down, I call it, right? A rejection. There is, a lot of questions. People are going to, not like you. And all those things come to your mind, right? That's painful. It really is. All of us don't like rejection. We don't like pain. We don't like our hands burnt. We don't like to touch the, iron, which is hot, right? Or utensils. So that's painful. Our mind says, don't go there. Don't go there. So let me kind of bring it back to dedication, all right? We need to really dedicate to the activities that bring us pain and away from the bring us pleasure. Sorry, I said that wrong. But the key thing is we need to avoid the painful activities. Okay. Now, if we are saying our pain is coming from rejection, all right, it is coming, right? So now we need to tackle rejection, see? Yeah. And then we say, is it a rejection? Somebody's not liking me just because the person I am? If I'm the cheat, if they know me that I'm not really that positive, that I'm always being negative to them, people don't like negative people. They don't. I mean,
and people that are, they usually like each other. Don't they say that misery loves company?
Yeah, misery loves company. You're so right, Alicia. In other words, then, they are saying, okay, hey, be in my company because I want to give my monkey on your back, throw up on your back, on your front shirt, and you give me the Mr. Mediocrity that you're living with, and then you give me that, and now we are in the same boat. Oh my gosh, that's the worst thing one can do. We got, just like, I'm not saying anything new. I learned that. Our people, 5 people around us is going to shape us or degrade us. If we are not happy with the people, if we are with the people who are in the same boat, we need to cut it out right now with the 2 or 3 who are the most negative and tell them, hey, you shape up, you be positive. You should not bring this negative stress into my life because I've got my own shit to take care of. I don't use the word shit that much, but I have to say.
I actually like that. I've never heard him swear once yet.
I don't swear. I don't believe our kids have never sworn in our family. They are like in 30s now,
lucky.
But they have never ever sworn. We never have used the F word. We never use anything like that because that's who we want. We are, and that's how it is. Probably at work, maybe other people are doing it. I might have said it a few times, but I never used the word shit or anything like that. But the thing is, let's just come back to dedication. See, what we are doing is now we are dedicating to pleasure. We want to do the activities that give us pleasure. But then we cannot be always looking for pleasure. We got to take care of the pain also. Because some activities are going to give us pain. See, I read somewhere or I heard somewhere, most successful people in this world like to do the things that unsuccessful people don't like to do. Oh my gosh, what did I just say? I mean, these are the habits formed by most successful people who are dedicated to their purpose-driven life and their goals and their dreams and their aspirations and their whys, who do the things that the unsuccessful people don't like to do.
Yeah.
And guess what? Really those are the painful activities we're talking about. I was talking about the pain of rejection and pain of preparation, pain of thinking, pain of planning, pain of really dedicating yourself to really writing down in the game plan what I need to do today to accomplish. If yesterday was a failure for me, I need to put it in a box. I should not dwell on it. If I lost a sale, $1 million sale, if I lost an investor in my business, and they are saying, Vinney, I'm not going to invest with you because I found another one. Good for them. I'm going to work hard to tell them about the emerging market. I'm going to tell them all the reports. I'm going to tell them why this investment makes sense. Maybe they didn't understand it correctly, right? So I'm going to do my best to give them all the facts and let them reconsider. See, you got to be open-minded. You listen to the investor or broker or friend or anybody. You got to listen in, or business associate. You listen in, you see where they are at, and then you say, I know where you are at. Let me kind of explain maybe a few things that you may not have uncovered so far, but maybe I can kind of go over that again. Maybe you did look at it, but not in the perspective. So let me go over it again. And then you explain and they understand. Most of the time, people are very, very good in understanding, and emotions and logic comes in. We could do a good seminar on that one. Yeah. You and I will do a big podcast. I believe in that. You cannot change people's thinking that much, but you can show them the ways in a different perspective. You could show them what they were not able to see. What is the truth? Oh my God, we should do another podcast on that. What's the truth? I've got so many things in my mind.
We've got a lot to do. We're going to give out everybody. This is going to be a really powerful podcast, and you're going to see us light it up and have some fun with it. I want to ask you, I do want to bring this back to more of the apartment syndication and being dedicated to that, which you were kind of touching on. But do you find, like, how much dedication do you really need to I guess, be successful. I imagine you're going to say all the dedication in the world, but a lot of times people are coming in with they have a regular job and they have, they're trying to get into this business. So how do you deal with, like, when you're having students in your academy?
Yes.
With splitting that dedication, that focus.
Excellent, Alicia. So well put together what you're asking me. See, that is the real trauma. I'm using the word trauma now because the thing is, my students want to be successful and they also have a W2 job, right? They're also dedicated to their work, which I want them to, because see, you cannot really transfer into syndication world until your income that you're making, you got, mortgage to pay, you got your, all the things and the living expenses and everything, unless you have saved up money. That's why I ask my students, do you have that you can take 4 months of sabbatical? If you could take a 4 months of sabbatical, you could learn everything from me, everything. And then you can start building your business faster if you're allocating 50 hours a week. But if you're allocating 10 hours a week, you want to really find time during the day to talk to brokers. Brokers are not going to wait in the nighttime to talk to you. Investors, yes, because investors are working. So I tell them, use my script, my elevator pitches and all that. And then you form and have a CRM, client relationship, because you got to log in your calls and what you talked about. Because the thing is, it's the dedication to the investor. You are now putting yourself totally dedicated to give them all the education about syndication. And that's what I did. I'm successful now. I had 0 investor. I have 136 or 37 investors now, or 39 now. And they are able to give me millions of dollars. By the way, I just raised $7 million in 5 days. In just 5 days, I raised $7 million with my deal in Orlando so quickly, because they have seen my track record. They've seen me, who I am, transparent operation, everything. But the thing is, it didn't happen overnight. That's what I want to tell everybody. If you work with me in my mentorship program or not, if you learn from me, but Rome was not built in a day. And so you will not leave your job in a day either. You got to really get into strength, get your spinning of plates, like I say in my book also. You got to get the brokers, get the deal, get the investors, and it's going to take time. But more time you allocate, the better you're going to become, more passionate you are. I have one student who never had a personal coaching with me at all, not even group coaching, but in 3 months, he was able to become a star. He himself told that in the testimonial. I have that. Maybe we could put that testimonial underneath, And he went and he said, I looked at your lectures 4 times, same lecture 4 times, because I was grabbing so many good points. I just didn't want to miss anything what you covered. And you know what? He's one of my most. I have a lot of very successful students. He's one of my most successful students who has crushed it in 3 months. And he's underwriting. He's doing deals. He's doing other stuff. He's doing so much. He's bringing millions of dollars now into my academy, into my, what am I talking about? In this investment now in Orlando, Florida. The thing is, so the students, it's up to them.
Yeah.
How dedicated they are to what they are trying to accomplish in their life. I could be a small vehicle to give them my templates and my PowerPoints and my PDFs and my doc and my scripts. I have no holds bar. And I give everything. I want each student of mine to be better than me. Really. That's my passion in my life. I have no threat to them. They are no threat to me. I want them to be as successful and so passionate about achieving. But the thing is, it's dedication. That's what we are discussing today, because they got to dedicate their life to doing the things that the unsuccessful people are not doing.
Yeah.
Then only you will be successful. So we got to figure out a way to do those painful things to reach the success. See, success is around the corner. And we're going to talk about that in another podcast. I always believe in resilience, in working hard and not giving up and being positive and always striving for the best. But you got to dedicate your time every day to the activities that's going to bring you results.
No, I completely agree. And this, you might have, you've probably already overcame this, but at the end of each show, I always ask Mr. Smiles for a nugget of advice about whatever subject we're talking about. And since today's dedication, can you give us maybe a nugget that helps somebody stay dedicated to their purpose?
I would say my golden nugget for today, it's going to be just like the topic we are discussing, dedication. So I would say that after the podcast, I hope if you're listening in the car or in the office or in the lunchtime or, like that, or driving back home, please take a little bit time, listen to it again. Please listen to it again and share on your social media and to your friends. And please take down some notes, what you're dedicated to. I think that's the key thing. If everybody can really dedicate their life, their time, their commitment to their family comes first, God comes second, business comes third in my life, and that's how it should be. And then family, friends, everybody. But the thing is, you got to be single purpose. You got to have that vision. Like I talked about vision board and all that. You got to dedicate to purpose in life. Your life will overnight change because you'll be a different person slowly and slowly. As you come back to my podcast, I hope I'm changing you. I'm changing you for the better. That's my real passion in life now, is to move millions to the path of progress, to the path of growth, to the path of passion, to the path of achievement and success.
I love it. And you're always out to help others and always put others ahead of you. And it's just, you have a unique and endearing outlook on life. So I love it. I know you guys do. All right, guys. So you just got your, your weekly motivation power talk with Vinney Chopra, Mr. Smiles. And today was dedication. You don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and tune in each week. Remember, you can leave questions. Vinney will answer any questions that you have. You can, he always tells you, make it happen each day. So maybe you're struggling with the subject and you want us to talk about it. We can do that. You can reach Mr. Smiles at vinneychopra.com. You'll find that website in the notes here on the show, or on the YouTube channel. You can invest with him. You can partner with him, or you can even, when you go to his site, you can even, go in and apply, because he doesn't take everybody for his academy, but you can go in there and apply for his academy for his apartment syndication and commercial real estate course that he has, his academy. So guys, come back and see us next week. We look forward to it. Vinney, I love it as usual. Always so much energy. I swear, I just want to borrow just like that much. I need a nap. And I know you'll be working till 11. So
I would love to say that to the audience. Please do subscribe to and like and share with your friends, with your loved ones, with your children. I think the topics we're going to cover, these are universal topics. These are things, Alicia, that you are bringing me out of my shell. I really appreciate that. I have no notes, nothing around here. And I just want to give my very best, what I've learned. I'm a product of listening and dedicating my life to a lot of great purposes. And that's what gives me the fuel to be excited every day. So please join me next week and look forward to that, and subscribe to it, give comments, and let's see if we could change the world together. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Until
Bye-bye.
next week.
Bye-bye.
You will be amazed at the insights Vinney will share each week. He will share his experiences. He has taken $7 to over $220 million portfolio in commercial real estate. To reach Mr. Smiles, text the word syndication to 474747 or go to his website, VinneyChopra.com.